And we're live. How is everyone?
Good.
Good.
I'm good.
So, yeah, I put a message in the chat earlier. We have like a couple of PRs that are just hinging on a couple small things. One is the GitHub integrations PR, and the other one is uh, wait. There was one from Victor with some UI improvements that looks like it's good to go, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
there's three, and then, yeah.
There was some. There was still some issues in the PR that Victor created, but I
Uh-huh.
told him and he fixed it. So I'm gonna test it
Okay.
and merge it today.
Okay,
Okay.
great. And then the last one is the authentication one. Um,
Yes.
yeah, which looks good, but it doesn't. But it has a bug that breaks the sandbox page. So
Victor says it's that is also fixed. Is it right, Victor?
Yeah, I just pushed the fix about I think some minutes ago, like 30 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. Okay. Let me test it out then.
All right, awesome.
so yeah, I think the UI one we can do after the meeting, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So the main thing is the GitHub integrations, and main thing is the GitHub integrations and the auth. The auth maybe we can look into if we have time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just pulling up the PR.
All right.
So I tell everyone? I did. I'm going to India tomorrow. Super excited. Um, I was telling Akhilesh for like the past for a long time since last year that I really wanted to go to India, and
I
now it's happening.
But unfortunately, I'll not be there.
Yeah. Fortunately for you, it's gonna be hot.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. So hard. Yeah.
So what are you going
I,
to do in India?
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Um, yeah, I'm going on a spiritual retreat. Just kidding. Just kidding.
he's going to
Um,
find himself in India.
yeah, I'm going to find myself. No, I'm going to. I'm gonna organize a hackathon. That's what I'm gonna do,
Wow, that's
and
So
it
awesome.
should be. I think it's gonna be similar. Yeah, I'm so excited, and there's so many people there. I mean, in general, but there's so many developers, and actually, Burhan just showed me that the workshop that Burhan and I did finally is on YouTube, and I
oh,
think um, yeah, we did it a month ago, and I've been really persistent in asking them for the recording.
The
So now
recording.
we're gonna do something because we're gonna do something similar to that uh, in India. So here I'm sending it
mm-hmm.
to the group so you can look at it later.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
That's awesome.
yeah. It's basically vibe coding workshop. So yeah, Are we looking at the GitHub integration bug?
Yeah. I was just looking. No, I was looking at the clerk authentication. It seems like I'm not able to sign in for some reason.
Okay. Um,
Yeah,
I'll
so
pull up the. Sorry.
yeah, go on, go on.
Um, so the I've pasted those errors. We can start with either one.
Yeah, okay.
But I'll just share my screen so we can pull
Mhm,
something up.
mhm,
And um, the bug from the authentication is these errors which I pasted in. Yeah,
yeah.
they don't immediately look like they relate to authentication.
Mhm.
So yeah, I think that's gonna take a little bit of investigation. Why that the sandbox sort of appears to be empty for some reason. Um,
Yeah. So,
my
so
guess is that
I just
yeah.
fixed this. I
Oh,
just
you
fixed.
fixed it?
Yeah. So you can try
Great.
it again. The reason why that happened was because like I was making a request without doing the authentication token, so it wasn't getting the project ID or the sandbox ID, so you couldn't get the correct sandbox. But now
Oh,
it's fixed.
But now I'm on that branch, and now I have an error where it just says that failed to create user because it's unauthorized and invalid token. But then I thought, if it is an invalid token, I should just sign in again, and then it's still there.
Really?
Yeah, so I'm just gonna send it to the group so you guys can look
Yeah.
at it.
Thank you.
Yeah, so here it is. Okay, so this is the error.
All right. You
Okay,
can
just
see it.
send it. Yeah, something to do with clerk, I think.
It's a bit of weird.
Do you guys also are you guys also getting this? Can you try it locally, James, one time and see if it's fixed on you?
shouldn't that be fixed by signing out and signing in again?
Yeah, I just did. I just deleted the local data and cache and everything, but it's still there for some reason.
Okay, and which branch are you on?
On the PR that Victor and
Okay,
yeah, basically this one, clerk and backend.
yeah. So uh, the branch is like Burhan,
Yeah, it's
Seeds, Clerk, and Backend.
yeah.
Uh, I think there's two of those. There's the first one that we closed, and there's this new one. Is it this new one you're on, Akilish?
Yeah,
Oh
the
yeah,
reason
yeah,
why I
yeah. This
ask
is
is
the
there's several branches.
Yeah.
oh
Um,
so Burhan Khan code clerk in backend. I use GitHub desktop, so I was just on the PR. There's an option to be on the PR
Okay.
branch.
Okay.
that's really cool. I don't know how to do
Yeah.
that. So
What's the latest change that you pushed, Victor? What was the push?
Let me check the latest one. I think it's related to the adding documentation.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so that's I have the latest ones.
All right.
so you want me to test this and see if it's working now? Is it working for you?
No, it's still not working for me.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Did you add the clerk secret to your EMB?
Yeah, it is. Isn't I mean I already have it because it's already needed in other account, but I can change it.
On the front
Not
end
on
or
the
the
not
back
on the
end?
back end.
Oh, we need it on the back end as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, and it's now called something different, actually, right?
So you can check the inherited example. I also added it to the Bitwin now.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Clerk secret key.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
my bad. My bad. Sorry about that.
Um, yeah,
Okay.
so I see Birkin backend. Okay, yeah, I see this. Yeah, sorry guys, I just like trying to get the latest, code. Delete.
That's okay.
Okay, I'm gonna delete this here. I see it. It's Birkin backend, and yeah, there's like a bunch of different branches, so I took the wrong one.
Okay. They can share my screen if that's alright.
Yeah, you want to share? Are you having the error? Are you? Is it working for you?
It's working for me. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay. Um, yeah, you can share your screen. That's fine.
Mm. Alright, so I'll share it.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. There we go.
Alright. So let's go into one of this. This is the console over here. You can see the. I just added this log. I could probably remove it. I think it's getting to be too much. And it's still
What's too much?
it's, the
The logs?
logs. Yeah,
Yeah. I hope you'll remove that.
definitely, definitely.
Well, well, well. Look who's studying for exams.
I'm not.
Bruh.
Okay.
Okay.
It worked for me as well.
Okay,
It's working
awesome.
for you now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Okay. Nice. I assume it will work for me. I just got the code checked out, but if it's working, then yeah, I will test it right after this meeting because I have the code now. And what was the cause? Oh, you said that there was one call that wasn't having the authentication token passed with it. Was that it?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Okay, so there was one missing. And yeah, for you and Burhan, the only other feedback that I had was um, the example.env needed to be updated, and the README needed to be updated with the same information about how to update the .env file, and then the logs, the console logs need to be obviously cleaned up. Like it's good to have a console log if there's an error, but yeah, normal case don't want that many logs.
So I think I've tackled the first two cases. So I've added them to the example dot dot env dot example. I've already added the sample key over here. I also added the instruction to add
Perfect,
that here. I think there's a typo by
perfect.
the end.
Okay, all right. Then it's just the
So I'll
logs
just
then.
clean up the logs, then push.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Well, I'm glad that we got the
Okay.
fix, and then yeah, we'll obviously push that as soon as possible because it's security critical stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So should I show the should I show the other bug that we're having here?
Sure. Sure.
So basically, Akhilesh and I spent a few hours the other night. It was fun. A couple hours really, and we merged the GitHub integration PR. So great job everyone who worked on that.
Yeah.
And
Really great job.
I think some sandboxes are still kind of slow to start up, but basically we're just getting like a spinning loader here, and
Hmm.
that's basically yeah, it's basically it. I was wondering if maybe there's like a pop up or something, but I don't see any pop ups.
Yeah, it should be a pop up, but I think like the browser is probably blocking the pop up. So
Oh,
I'll
you
just
think
look,
it
maybe
is?
there's a workaround. Yeah. So I'll just look if
Oh,
there's a workaround rather than using a pop up, just using like a normal window. I think I think depends on the user's permission. It can be blocked automatically. So I think you should probably
really?
Um,
Okay.
look at solutions.
could it be like some ad blockers blocking the pop-up or something like that? Is that what you mean?
Okay. Yeah. Let me try disabling my ad blocker.
But
Probably.
Um,
but the thing is, locally it works for some reason.
It works locally.
well, that could also be an ad blocker as well because it's sensitive to the website you're on,
Yeah,
possibly. So let's
but I
see.
even tried in incognito mode the other day, and I think it was not working on incognito. But let me try again.
Hmm. So yeah, I'm not really sure how to debug this. Um, I do see an error. I do see an error here that says no response received after 5 seconds. Um,
So just make sure to take a look at that there.
I do see this here.
I
So down
can't.
here, I see no response received after 5 seconds. I don't know if that's relevant. Let me try and get a project that's actually loading. Um,
Yeah, I just tried again on incognito, and it's still not working.
It's not
are you
working.
guys also are you guys also having the issue where some projects just like take forever to load?
Um, Not, I mean, it seems like it's specific to your device or your network or something because so far it doesn't take, like, for me at least, it does not take more than 5 seconds, maximum 10
Okay,
seconds.
Oh wait, it
so
took
what I
like 30 seconds for me. I tried.
okay, that makes me think that it's likely with E2B, and they talk about caching, and they say that um, some projects that haven't been open for a few days might take a while to load. Um, so that
Yeah,
it could be on their end.
probably, yeah.
So let's see. This one's working. This one opened quickly. I'm gonna
Mhm.
click this, and here. That now I'm getting this. Yeah, no response received. So is this coming from this?
No response. Let me check the code base real quick. Pull request. No response received
I
after.
think that's for the socket. So it just goes stops awaiting the response from the socket if there is no response.
Oh, you want me to look in the socket?
No. I'm not trying to like. I'm not really sure where the log is coming from. Give me a second, please. Let me just
Here,
check
this
that.
one.
So, no
Doug
response.
Sandbox repo heartbeat.
So is it this one? Like what's supposed to happen exactly?
Okay, so in the code, it's basically in the use check sandbox repo
Uh-huh.
function in
Yeah.
the use GitHub file, and it basically what it does is it checks the check socket. Yeah, basically checking the repository, and then clear timeout. Yeah, it basically checks the repository in GitHub. It seems like, and then if it doesn't, and then if it
Right.
clears, I mean, if it creates a timeout of 5 seconds, and that clears it if it is successful. So basically,
Right.
what happening is when we are connecting to GitHub, basically they have put in all these checks if the repository exists on GitHub or not,
Yeah.
and all of the other things. So it's basically one of those. So out of all of these checks, because we're not connecting to GitHub, it basically fails.
Right. Um, no auth URLs. Yeah. Yeah. So it seems like this would also happen if you don't authenticate within 5 seconds, even if
Exactly.
it is
Yes.
working. But yeah, it's not working. The code to actually load up the pop-up is here. I can share. I can share the code. I have it open. Get
Mhm.
this one. Where is it? Let's go on the other screen. It's here. This one. So okay. Can everyone see?
Mhm.
Yeah. So yeah, we're this is this response is not happening, um, which is why this is getting called, and
Yeah, and then you're getting, yeah, basically that.
but this doesn't have to do with the actual pop-up actually.
Yeah, that was just checking if the repo exists.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
Right.
pop-up,
it doesn't have to be that, but since because of no pop-up, we didn't get the response.
Right.
So basically, we getting that.
So which is the code that's actually doing that?
that would be
The
the use GitHub login.
Okay. This
Yeah.
one. Okay.
hmm, yeah,
So you can
and
control click into it, you'll see the okay.
authenticate.
So the first thing it gets the URL, then it displays the pop-up. So I think getting the
Here.
URL works, but the pop-up was not displayed. So yeah,
Okay.
that's what the issue.
Tracker. Pop-up tracker. Okay.
Wait, it
This
works locally?
it works locally, yeah.
Yeah, it does work locally. Yes.
Okay. Um,
So I and Umar will just take a look at it then. Let's see what's going on. Or probably
and
just look
so
for another option that doesn't involve the pop-up.
uh, can I just get this straight? It's working. It's not working on the website for me and Akhilesh and Burhan,
Also, I
and
Yeah,
we
it
all
checked
isn't
tested it.
working.
just now; it doesn't
Yeah.
work online too for me.
Yeah.
Oh, for anyone. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
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 So no one is getting the pop-up actually. Okay, I thought maybe it would be something in my Chrome settings or something. Okay. That is really interesting though if it works locally. I thought that you should always see an icon, um, in the web browser when a pop-up is blocked.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about?
it's kind of a red kind of an icon, but it's
Yeah.
that is also not happening. So it must be something with on from our side.
Yeah. So it
Uh,
must be something else actually.
it times out, right? After 5 seconds. Maybe
Yeah,
Yeah.
increase the timeout.
So we just established that this timeout is really the timeout that the user hasn't finished the authentication process. Um, and the fact that they haven't finished it is obvious because they couldn't finish it because the pop-up didn't open.
yeah,
But we believe that yeah, that if the pop-up will open, then that will be fine. The timeout doesn't actually have to do with the initiating of the
yeah,
authentication. It just
exactly.
checks if the authentication finished,
Hmm.
but it's not even
And
starting.
yeah, authentication finishes, and after the finishing of the authentication, how much time it takes to receive the response from GitHub.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess I would. Yeah, if I was gonna debug this, I would first like make sure I'd console log and make sure that line is really getting called. That's opening the pop up, which it probably is. And then I would just like really look really carefully at that one line of code that's supposed to open the pop up and figure out what's going on. But it's hard to debug if it's not happening, if the problem isn't happening locally.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, true.
No, like there was a mix-up with my phone stuff and my car. And then when I was like, what the hell?
Let me look at the code one more time.
Notification burn, like sort of going
Okay.
down. I was like, yeah. Yeah, I was like, eh, my goodness, how did this happen? And then I stepped in and then I tried something again. And my PC opened and
So
so that's what was
tracker. I don't have strict mode. Um, which is the method in here that opens the pop up? It's like check pop up, thing,
Create pop up or something like it was like that.
open pop up here. Yeah, this one. Yeah. So this is it. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, you even have this line that would tell us if the pop up was blocked, which is not happening.
Yeah, I think the first time this issue happened was on Omar's end. Even on development, the pop wasn't showing. So I was trying to find every edge case, but still
Yeah.
on the live, it's still not showing. So that's probably going to probably scrap the pop up idea and just try working with the URL itself.
All right. I'm gonna have to go pretty soon,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I'd have to think about that one. I mean, we're really really. Oh, let's go. We're really close.
Just one little thing.
Yeah. And we can probably merge all the PRs, but we'll just have to fix that pop-up problem.
Hmm.
Yeah.
The other PR is can already be merged after I.
We should we should definitely try. It just occurred to me. We should definitely try building a production version locally, like doing npm run build, and then npm
Hmm.
start.
Okay.
I'm just trying to think if there's anything else that we can do like that that might be able to reproduce this locally.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Like the other thing could be like, yeah, does the is it somehow connected to the domain? I'm not sure. Could it be connected to the fact that it's running on another domain? I'm not sure.
I don't think it's connected to the domain because, but it could be.
When you run locally, you're running HTTP, right? Not HTTPS.
No. Yeah, yeah.
It's yeah, exactly. It's
I'm just trying to think of anything that could be different, you know? Yeah, production build, HTTPS, but because it is very, very annoying to have to push things every time you want to like test, debug. Um, do you think, Victor? I mean, what do you think? Do you have a plan? What do you think?
really, I don't really like the plan I have in mind right now is to see if there's another way to handle the application without the pop up. I'm thinking of just moving the pop up totally because it's looking very unpredictable. So just look
What
for
happens if
something.
you? How would you remove it?
Maybe do the authentication in place, then redirect them to the URL itself.
Oh, right. So I thought that most applications actually it opened in like a new tab, or am I wrong?
Hmm, true.
But that's the same as a pop-up, right? Like as far as JavaScript is concerned, isn't it? Roughly.
Not sure.
Okay.
So I just make sure to like explore like various options and see which is best.
That's really smart. Yeah, maybe this can be avoided altogether. But yeah, definitely try running a production build and seeing if that makes any difference at all. That's probably the only other thing I can think of.
Uh,
If it, yeah, if you're in a production build and then it still doesn't work, then it has to be something to do with the either the environment variables on production or the domain that it's or the
so
domain or the SSL. But it just doesn't. Yeah, nothing is really clicking for me.
okay.
Well,
Okay. I just tried on the production build and it's not working.
oh, it's not working.
No.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Okay.
Wait. But there is a strange thing. Oh, wait. It did work,
Oh, it did work.
but I didn't get any pop up though for some
Oh,
reason.
because you were already authenticated.
Could be, but let me delete everything and then do this.
Okay.
Um, just give me a second.
Okay.
Okay, I'm signing in again. Okay, yeah, there was a pop-up. Yeah, I did get a pop-up, and then I was signed in.
Okay. Yeah, then we're not any closer. Then it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
Okay. So somehow the fact that it's running on the GitWit.dev is is causing the pop up not to happen at all.
yeah.
I wonder what auth URL is.
Yeah, that's
Like
the
this one.
URL user just goes to get authenticated. So I get that from the backend from the socket connection.
Does it start with HTTPS? It should, right?
Yes, it's from GitHub.
Okay.
And also the delete repository button that we have, um, it's not working.
Hey.
All right.
But
Oh,
yeah,
Well,
okay.
Uma
Narcid,
just
It
sent.
just deletes from the database. Okay, got it.
Uh,
Okay. Okay, then I think it would be better
yeah, that might be good for now.
if we add a toast or something that says to the user that it just deleted from the GitWit database, and then you have to delete it from like GitHub or something. What were you What were you doing, Burhan?
You guys focus on the code.
What's in that cup? That's kind of suspicious.
It's it's coffee.
Oh, with the plastic. Oh, it's like got it.
Yeah, cold coffee.
Cold brew. Got it. All right. That's really all that I can think of for now. Let's check back in a couple of days with Victor, and yeah, if it's still not solved, we'll um, put our minds together. At the very very worst case, we can we can create a new branch. We can create like a separate branch for debugging, and we can deploy just that branch to Vercel, and we can debug on Vercel. But we really want to avoid ever doing that because it's really painful.
Yeah, but the problem with that, I thought the same thing, but the problem could
Yeah,
be that in Vercel, when we deploy a preview branch, it creates a
yeah,
really weird long link, and that could
yeah.
mess up with the authentication links, like callback
It
URLs
would,
and everything.
yeah, it would mess up with the callback. But I think, oh, because the callback is specified in GitHub itself. Yeah, so
Exactly.
you need to
And
also
and for the
yeah,
pop-up, we don't need a callback, but for actually logging into Sandbox, we do need that.
yeah. Right. Got it. Okay, let's think on this one. Thanks, everyone.
all right.